Hello, everybody. Welcome to More Sports and Less Levine, the Weekend Winners Edition. I'm Dave Bacon. Hope your weekend is off to a good start. Browns an extra day to prepare, back on Monday Night Football for the first time since 2015, getting ready for the New York Jets. Both teams 0-1 on the year. This is the same matchup, the Jets and the Browns, that kicked off Monday Night Football back on September 21st, 1970. The Browns won that one by 10 points. Of course, the Browns come into week 2 needing a win desperately. 0-1, 18 penalties for 182 yards in that opener. 3 Baker Mayfield interceptions, one of them returned for a touchdown, and just a poor showing in the opener against the Tennessee Titans. The Freddie Kitchens era didn't begin the way any Browns fan thought it would, and it certainly didn't begin the way Freddie Kitchens thought it would. Kitchens and the Browns, a sense of urgency in getting things fixed in week 2.
I'll just say this. Our guys know we don't coach penalties, okay? We don't. So it comes down, here's what football comes down to. The smartest and the most physical team usually wins the game, all right? We were a physical team the other day, all right? But we weren't the smartest team. Our guys understand that. They accept that. Now, I've told you before, we've identified a problem, okay? Now we're going to rectify the problem. And that's really all I have to say about it. And that's moving forward. That's the way we approach every day. So that's the way it's going to be. Nobody's shaking here, okay? We're going to fix the problem.
The way you saw Baker respond to those 3, when he threw the 3 interceptions in that first half against Houston, the way he responded in the second half, I know you have confidence in him regardless, but is it nice to know that he was able to do that coming off the 3 interceptions in the fourth quarter?
You know, Baker's very resilient, and I'm not worried about Baker at all. And you know, this is really, this is the last time I'm going to say anything about the last game because we've moved on. It's not even thought about. But you know, sometimes as a quarterback, you got to understand the difference between pressing and not pressing. All right, and you know, it's a 22-13 game, and we've got a guy running open down the field, and we couldn't get it off. So our team understands that. Nobody else probably does. But moving forward, we can take that experience and get better from it. And that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do.
You can't worry about who is or who isn't playing, but the fact of the matter is, I'm guessing you were preparing to face Sam Darnold, so just the fact that Trevor Siemian's going to be in there, what's that do to your preparation?
Well, nothing at all. We're going to be focused on our preparation during the week, the same as we would have been before. We're going to try to get after the quarterback just like we did before. We try to affect the quarterback every way that we can, through coverage, through pressure. Nothing changed, you know. I was with a very good, you know, just look across the league. All you got to do is look across the league. These guys are in the NFL for a reason. Trevor can play. All right, so nothing's changed. I don't know. I don't even know what. I know people like to make a big deal of it, and I'm not getting on you. People like to make a big deal of it, but you know, Tennessee didn't have their left tackle. All right, we went to Pittsburgh in 2015. We had a good football team. Maybe it's 15 or 16. Had a good football team in Arizona. They didn't have Ben Roethlisberger. They beat us. So that doesn't matter. What they do does not affect how we prepare. All right, we're going to prepare, and we're going to concentrate on ourselves, with ourselves getting better, ourselves playing smarter, ourselves playing tougher. You know, we want smart, tough, physical football players. And that's what we're trying to get. That has nothing to do about the opponent. No disrespect to New York at all. They are a good football team. Just watch them. They're a good football team. So, you know, ultimate respect for them, but they're not going to affect how we prepare.
You know a lot about Siemian, and how different of a player is he compared to Darnold?
I know he makes NFL throws, you know. I remember following him in, he was free agent this year or last year. And, Yeah, I mean, he's a good player. Yes, I remember him in Denver. All right. Yeah. I mean, I hadn't seen a lot of tape on him this year yet, but I remember him from the past.
First, we gotta eliminate the mistakes, the self mistakes, the penalties. We get a big play and it gets called back. Offensive pass interference, holding, false start, whatever it is. We gotta eliminate those penalties, or it makes it very hard for you to win. And then on top of that, you just gotta make plays. That's what it's gonna come down to, is the team that makes the most plays, the team that makes the most stops, and usually the team that has fewer penalties wins.
Everybody's having a hard time kind of processing what's happened to Chris. What are your thoughts on the whole situation?
I mean, it's tough. I was thinking about it last night, and I can only imagine where he's at right now. So we're all praying for him, his family, her family, and right now we just got to pull together for him. Chris, I know if you're out there, it's nothing but love, and I'm here for you. I'm always going to be here for him, along with any other teammate. But we just gotta pull together for him as well as ourselves. But just be there for him any way that we can.
Odell, did you ever think that your watch would become such a
I'm
huge story?
done talking about the watch. If I wear pink laces and it's not breast cancer month, it'd probably be talked about. So it's with me. I know what it is. People just need something to talk about. I have a completely different mentality, different take on where I'm at in my life. I came here to play football. I don't talk about anything else but football. If anybody wants to talk about how I produced individually on the field, or how I didn't produce, or how the team lost, or whatever it is, we could talk about that. I'd love for people to talk about me as a football player. I'd love for them to say I'm not a good football player, or things like that. I would love to, you show me those facts, But other than that, I'm not talking about unnecessary stuff that people are mad about. It doesn't bother me. I'm not going to lose no sleep over it. If I want to wear it, I'll wear it. But I'm just done. I'm done talking about it.
But Freddie tells you not to.
I'm done talking about the watch.
Question about Mayfield in terms of he had a rough fourth quarter, obviously, and you're getting to know him. How resilient do you know him to be in terms of being confident that he'll overcome, that rough patch there?
He's not gonna quit ever. Just from what I know from him, he's not gonna quit. We were saying to each other, lead even when it hurts. Jarvis would come walk over and say, lead when it hurts. We're down. Whatever the score was, we didn't give up. Not saying we need a pat on the back for not giving up, but that just shows you what kind of person he is. And he's the leader of this team. And interceptions aren't always on the quarterback. It goes under his stat, but it's not always on him. So we just need to be where we need to be, make the plays that need to be made.
Has he been fun to play with?
Absolutely. I don't know anybody's fun to play with when you lose a game. So obviously we want to win games. We didn't come here to lose games. It's just the bottom line.
Odell, speaking about
Odell, Greg Williams always leaves his quarterbacks in one-on-ones wherever he's been.
I haven't seen that in years. So I don't know if I'll get to see one-on-ones and quarter. I don't see that no more. Safety over the top, linebacker dropping out underneath.
So you're not buying that one-on-one?
Nah, I definitely don't think that. The only thing I'm buying is, probably just got to watch out for the cheap shots and the dirty hits and all the things that he likes to teach. That's pretty much all we got to watch out for. Other than that, I expect the same too high safety. I don't expect much man-to-man. I don't expect none of that.
We played in a Monday night game against Baltimore a few years ago. I was hurt, I believe, but we did play in that game.
Well, it's your first one. If
Yeah.
you're hurt. But your thoughts on going on to that stage?
It's cool. For me, it's a night game, so it's kind of like preseason and stuff. But besides that, you can't really tell with all the cameras and stuff. You don't know how many people are watching when you're playing out there. You just kind of go out there and play. But it's cool. You get the theme song and all that stuff. It'll be fun. Your friends and teammates across the league that you've played with can watch and stuff. But besides that, it's just another game for us.
Joel,
Go ahead.
for everything that went wrong on Sunday, you guys are still in a 2-point game in the third quarter. You feel like most of everything has been cleaned up or is easily cleaned up, and you guys can quickly kind of put that behind you?
Yeah, we definitely need to execute. We talked a lot about unforced mistakes. We had a lot of penalties. We were in 1st and 15 or 1st and 20 and more a bunch of times. And, you talk about cleaning those things up, you work on it in practice, but until you can really play a game, it's hard to see that execution pay off. And there's other little things that we can work on, but when you're behind the chains that much, honestly, our 2 touchdown drives, we were behind the chains both those times too. We had a 15-yard penalty with Greg, and I think there was another hold on the other one. The score on those drives was impressive too. It's one of those things, though. We have to really be disciplined this week. We can't put ourselves behind. It's hard enough in this league to get 10 yards, let alone 20 yards. So that's the main thing on offense that we're really focused on is executing and being disciplined.
We'll have plenty more previewing the Browns-Jets matchup on Monday Night Football.